Hey y'all, hey, welcome to Live with Tay. Y'all know Tay be having real conversations with amazing people you need to know. And I always give you something new to add to your playlist. Today's guest, I am excited because this young lady right here, she is a award-winning producer, executive producer, and her latest project, y'all know I had to keep it music-wise, is called Unfinished Business, the documentary regarding Sunshine Anderson. Now listen, it's streaming now on Tubi, so all of my cousins, I don't need nobody to say nothing because it's free. You know how y'all do. I can't watch it because I don't have a subscription. Lies that you tell, because it's available now on Tubi. I've seen it a couple of times, so I want to get into it. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Live with Tay, Miss Toy Mason.
Yay! Thank you for having me.
Listen, Toy, you know I tell real stories, all of the things. We have been trying to put this together and we had some technical difficulties, but we back because today is when it was supposed to go down. It's today.
Yes.
It's
I
today.
feel that. The
I feel
18th.
it.
Let's go. Yeah.
It is. So let's get into it. You have this amazing docuseries titled Unfinished Business, saying that everyone has a story, everyone has a chapter that's not yet finished. When I heard that, it immediately drew me in. So, Toy, tell those that are watching, what was the concept behind this Unfinished Business docuseries?
Well, obviously I've known Sunshine a very long time, and when, we've spent numerous of days, months together, and she was telling me overall what happened and what after heard it all before her single and the ins and outs. And I'm like, girl, we got to document this. And she said she had never told her story.
Mm,
And I said, I feel like this is a time that it needs to be said because we are in an era of healing. And
mm,
just because that she went through that, it's not for her to keep, it's for her to share. And she agreed with it. She was
mm,
she was down and she was ready. Everyone has a certain time in their life, certain time and seasons where you're ready to tell your story, where she was ready to tell her story. And she didn't know the magnitude of
mm.
people that were going to be affected by her being vulnerable. And I'm so proud of her for being vulnerable with us to tell her story. And so it was a time, it was a need, because we were going through so much after COVID.
Mm.
People lost people lost depended on people who they lost, and so we were in we're in a world of everyone is just trying to figure out their lives, trying to
Mm,
find God, trying to know who God is,
mhm.
and it was a time to heal. So
So I love that. And so, Toy, because I'm so excited about this, I have jumped
mhm.
all past. Somebody watching this right now might say, okay, I didn't missed it. What happened? So let's flip it back, run it back.
Okay.
Toy
Okay.
Mason, if someone is not familiar with all of the amazing work that you've done, filmmaker, you've done probably everything in an entertainment space. I think besides did you sing? I'm trying to think. Did
They
you
tried to
ever
get me to sing, girl. I was like, nah, I'm not doing that one.
but for anybody watching, introduce yourself to them, so that they can understand all of this amazingness that is Toy Mason.
Oh, well, graduated in film and out of Los Angeles, Cal State of LA. At the time I was going to college, I was working for the radio station. I was on the night show with DJ Felly Fell at Power 106. I was doing the news and gossip at the station. I was in school for film, and I'm like, this is not it. And they're like, what do you mean? You're like at the top. I'm like,
Right.
this ain't it. So we had producers that came in our class at Cal State, and we're like, hey, we're hiring for the Judge Judy, Judge Joe Brown show. And I'm like, okay,
Wait
I
a
think this
minute.
is a sign.
Hold the phone. Not Judge Judy and Judge Joe Brown. Like,
At
Toy,
our
what
school.
kind of experiences is that to not only be in film and radio and then land a job like that?
And I was still in radio and film at the same time. So I'm juggling two. I got a 7 to 12 at night job. I got school in the daytime. And then in between school, I got Judge Judy and Judge Joe Brown. So I'm trying to figure this out. I'm trying to figure out what I want to do. And ultimately, I chose film because that was my passion. After I took a break from film and then I went to the PR sector because I still knew a lot of people from radio. And my first client in PR was DMX. And then it was Ray J. And there was a lot
Wait
of
a
list of
minute.
other people.
Toy, you not Toy. Wait a minute. Back it back, flip it back. Ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what you call favor on your life. Toy, you just go over it like, well, you know, I was on the radio. I work with Judge Joe Brown and Judge Judy, and then I work with DMX.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's just so amazing that you've had that opportunity to do that. When little Toy was sitting before you started doing all of that, did you ever imagine that you would have those particular opportunities or not?
No, well, you know what? That's funny you say that because I was actually thinking the other day, I think it was like yesterday, and I had a prayer because I pray for where I am now. So I asked the Lord, I want to start dreaming again because you get to a place where you've been praying to get to. And so I remember growing up in Compton, California, I used to tear out the Word Up magazines.
Toy, don't you say it. Toy, wait a doggone minute. See, Toy, this is where we are because some of y'all, newsflash, some of y'all aren't our age bracket to understand like what it was to have real magazines. But if you, I had to have Word Up, baby. The new edition, I remember getting my new edition cover and I had opened it up and I'm like, ooh, I got it on the board or I'll be sure. You know what I'm saying? You have all of the things. And so you pull it out and so you're putting it up on the board and what we're on your wall. And what are you thinking at that point?
So when I was taking them out the magazine, I was just thinking like, wow, they're cool. Like I felt a connection to music and I didn't know it. And the Holy Spirit reminded me yesterday, you put it out there and you didn't know it. I didn't want to work with them. I just thought they were cool and I admired their craft in the 6th grade. This is like all 6th grade. And so I think when I got to radio, that's when I also remembered like I was doing this. I was painting a picture to where I was going to land. So that's why I had the prayer yesterday like, Lord, give me another vision on where I'm going because this thing is going. This train is going. So give me the ultimate vision, not just little trinket vision. Oh, I want to do this. Oh, I want to go to Cannes. No, give me the huge dream, another huge dream to connect to this. So,
oh, that just gave me chills. So if you're just tuning in, because you know we're running it, and you might have been flipping and scrolling through, we are talking about the docu-series Unfinished Business. The first one out is regarding Sunshine Anderson, and we've got the fabulous and talented, award-winning, and my fellow Word Up magazine sister, Miss Toy Mason.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
And so with this, I know Sunshine Anderson, and it's an amazing docu-series. So a lot of times, I know for me, I'm a music lover, and so I love watching documentaries about some of my favorite artists, right? And so when I saw that, and Sunshine Anderson, for those of y'all that have been living under a rock, heard it all before. She has more songs than that, ladies and gentlemen. I just want to also say that, right? She's got a catalog of music. Just heard it all before is one of the most popular. And so when I saw the docu-series about her, or the documentary about her, I'm thinking to myself, wow, that's a story we haven't heard, right? You haven't really heard much about Sunshine Anderson. And so for you, I watched it, and I don't want to give too much away, but you definitely created a safe space that allowed her to share so that we could get to know her more than
Mm-hmm.
just the music. And so as you're getting ready to embark on this amazing docuseries, how do you create a safe space that makes artists like Sunshine Anderson feel so comfortable to share their stories with you?
Well, I think my niche, I think everyone has it. Ava has it, Spike Lee has it,
Mm-hmm.
Scorsese has it. I think my niche is I make the pen cry through my pain, my trauma, my struggle. So whether it's a woman or a man, that's how I connect. And it's not, we don't do anything scripted like all the other docu series that's out there. It's more on a personal level. Like let's get down to the root because ultimately we're here to heal. You hear
Mm-hmm.
about healers all the time, and so my purpose, my gift is to heal through storytelling. And the only way to heal through storytelling is really getting down to the root of it and cutting the root off. So it's just a vulnerability piece that when someone's talking to me, a talent is talking to me, that they see them in me.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how I can tell their story because I see me in them. And that's it.
That's so good. And so for those of you all that haven't watched it, when you watch it, you're going to see it because it gave you some insight there. And Sunshine is a very private person. She doesn't do
Yes.
a lot of interviews. You
Nope.
don't too much see her doing too much interaction. She's very private. She doesn't even post a lot on social media. She has always kept her personal life and everything very
Mm-hmm.
private and sacred to her, which a
Yeah.
lot of entertainers do that. And so
Mhm.
when I saw that, I'm like, okay, is this just a documentary that they just pick stuff off of social media? And then as I started watching, I'm like, wait a minute. Like,
Yeah.
that's really
Yeah.
Sunshine Anderson is on there talking in her
Mhm.
own voice, her own, all of the emotions, everything
Mhm.
you get a
Mhm.
chance to see. And so I just think that it's amazing. And it shows, in my opinion, the trust
Mhm.
that people have with you,
Mhm.
because you create a safe space, because they trust your storytelling, they
Yeah.
trust your professionalism, and
Mhm.
trust that what you are about to release is
Right.
going to be authentic
Mhm.
and very well spoken. In my words, I like to say very much in the Black excellence category.
Yeah.
Of making sure that it's done in excellence. And I think that's a
Thank you.
lot to that you should definitely applaud yourself and
Thank
pat
you.
yourself on your shoulder in regard or on your back in regards to that, right? Because you definitely have done an amazing job. And so, Toy, you are the CEO of Paper Toy Films, right? Did I get it right?
Yeah.
And so that's a lot. Like, so for somebody watching, that's like, okay, like she made a film. Does that make her break it down to those? Because I think in this day and age, a lot of people don't understand what it means to be a filmmaker or to have your own film company. So explain.
Mhm. I started Paper Toys about 5, 6 years ago. It was we were just sitting around trying to figure out titles, and then we came up with Paper Toys to play off my name. And it's just it reminded me of when people couldn't afford with their favorite toy in the store. So back in the day, in the 80s and the 90s, we had these paper toys that we used to make, these airplanes, those little figurine
With
things.
origami. Remember, you used to
Yeah,
do the thing and the
origamis.
flip.
Yeah. So basically Paper Toys is making nothing out of something.
Mm,
We
that's
take we take what's left in the ground, what's left in the dirt, and we build up from
Ooh, I love that. I
it.
love
Thank
that. And
you.
so, when you're thinking of a docu series, what made you say to yourself, you know what, I'm going to do a docu, because it's not your typical documentary. And I don't want to give it away because I'm not the person that you sit next to and tells you the whole story of the movie. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to steal your joy, ladies and gentlemen, because I need y'all to watch it, right? But what made you say, you know what, I'm going to do this, but I'm going to do it, and I'm going to say God's way, because I know Toy, because I know you put him in it before you even did anything. You
I
said,
had
Lord,
to.
you had to. And it definitely shows once you see the body of work, you could definitely tell. But what made you just say, you know what, this is the route that I want to go to be able to tell people stories that have not yet fully all the way developed?
I feel like there's a lot of unfinished business stories out there. Some of our favorite, actors and musicians that in a time and an era, they were everything to us. They fed us. Their lyrics fed us, their body of work fed us. And then all of a sudden we never see them again.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like if you have this God-given talent, nothing is never gone to waste. Ordinary people have unfinished business that don't know how to necessarily take up part two of their life, pick up the second half to their life. So, them being celebrities or people on the forefront, we believe that it was time for them to tell their story so others who have these ordinary lives can heal too. Like you, right? I had five, not me, but I had five children and, got married, and I was this great lawyer, and now I'm a stay-at-home mom. And there's nothing wrong with being a stay-at-home
Right.
mom, but if you have a God-given talent, that
Mm-hmm.
doesn't fall by the wayside. It's okay. You can pick it back up. You still will be a great mom. You still will be a great, wife or sister, baby cousin Tracy, auntie, whatever. It's just the encouragement to dig in yourself and find yourself, because that person is still there. We just evolve into other beings. We evolve into greater people. We just think that because we picked up these new titles, we can just not live the life that God called us to do in our whatever particular fashion or career that we were destined to be in. So
Pass the collection plate, ladies and gentlemen. We are talking to the CEO of Paper Toys Films and the creator of Unfinished Business, the docuseries, which is out available now on Tubi, featuring Sunshine Anderson. I gotta let y'all know that, because the people be scrolling to it. They be scrolling. Then it caught halfway through, and we gotta lure them back. we gotta lure them back in. And so you said something, and we had talked about this briefly before. The fact of it's unfinished business. You're right. There's somebody that's watching this right now, and a lot of times we think, especially in the day and age of social media, you can't tell your story until you have arrived, until you sitting there holding the award, or you're the cutting the ribbon at the new business. Then it's time to tell your story. Well, one thing that I love about what you're doing with this docuseries is you're saying, you know what, this is where they have some unfinished business. This is where they have been. This is where they are now. And this is where they're getting ready to go. Because I think all of us have had a season where you just had to say to yourself, you know what, this ain't really the end, but I just don't even know how to pick up to continue on the story. And so I know, as a music lover, as a music influencer, watching Sunshine Anderson's story, watching it in the way that it was told, by the end, and again, I ain't giving it away to y'all because I need y'all to watch it. It made me pick back up her playlist.
Right.
Add more energy back to it, right? I'm like, oh, I forgot this song and this song. And just rooting for her to say, come on, Sunshine, when the next project dropping, girl, come back, because you had it gave me a greater appreciation for her as not just an artist, but as a woman, as a human being. And so I would encourage anybody
Mm-hmm.
So watch it, even if you're not a music lover, watch it because it's not just music. Of course, it's music because she's in the
Right.
entertainment business, but
Yeah.
it really helps you. It was motivation to say, you know what,
Yeah.
I got some. I got some things I need to go ahead and pick
Yeah.
back up. And so,
Yeah.
unfinished business, I'm excited about where you're taking
Thank
uh,
you.
this movement because it's a movement. Like
Yeah.
it is
Yes.
definitely a movement. What do you hope that someone who maybe hasn't watched the docu series, or even someone who has, gets out of this whole unfinished business movement?
I feel that it's okay to pick things back up. It's okay to
Mhm.
be vulnerable, to share your story with others. I pray that it heals
Mhm.
and know that I heard a lot of people, saying different things where, why did I have to be molested? Or why did I
Mhm.
have to go through this? And I had a conversation with a couple women and they told them that, the situation was unfortunate, but know that there's somebody who needs to hear how you got back up. There's a lot of people out there that's diving into addictions and,
Mhm.
straying further and further away from the healing process. So sometimes we go through some certain things in our lives and it is to heal others.
Mhm.
Share
No.
our stories. Say how we got up out of bed when we couldn't get out of bed. Show how you had to stand up to be a single mom and still go
Mhm.
to work and your man just left. Like those stories, these young people and some older people need to know, how did you do it so I can do it? So
No, I
that's
love
part.
that because
Yeah.
I think that, and being 100% transparent, I know that a lot of times, again, the social media, I love social media. It's a great way to network and all of the things. So I'm not bashing social media. But what I
Mhm.
will say is that because I would love to see social media take on the mantle of showing the unfinished work, right? Like,
Mhm.
I want to see people get on there and just be transparent in the fact that, you know what, life isn't all that I want it to be right now.
Mhm.
And,
Mhm.
but this is what I'm doing to
Mhm.
pick up my next chapter or to go through. Because I do think psychologically, we have created an environment where you think that if you haven't gotten this done,
Mhm.
that you're not successful.
Right.
Or somebody, I had just made a post on social media about how grateful I was for just the season that I was in and the journey that I had gone through. And someone commented, I wish that I always dreamed of being in media, but I'm too old now. And so of course I commented back like,
Mm.
no, you're not.
Yeah.
That's a mistake.
Exactly.
You're never,
We
because like
need that wisdom. You
yeah,
right time.
that part.
Mhm.
And I think that, to your point, we have to tell our stories, right? We have to let people know that in the middle of anything, it could be, you know what, I was on my way to a red carpet to do an interview and the heel of my shoe broke, child, but I had to figure it out.
Mhm.
I had to go with the flip flops, whatever the case may be, because those things inspire people. You know what I'm saying? So it's like
Yeah.
you have to, because I think that sometimes people are under the impression you've got to have it all finished
Yeah.
before you could
Yeah.
be successful. And
Yeah.
I love the movement, is what I'm going to keep calling it, to the
Yeah.
movement,
Thank you.
because you are encouraging us to understand that it's okay to be in your unfinished season, but you just got to keep going. You can't stop.
Mhm.
You gotta
Yeah.
you gotta see it through to the finishing point, because if God gave you a gift, I don't care if you the best baker, if you know that
Mhm.
baking is your passion, God gave you
Mhm.
that extra whip it real good when you bake,
Mhm.
but you work
Mhm.
in a corporate 500 company. I ain't telling you to leave your job today, but what I
Mm-mm.
am telling you is to start working towards finishing that dream that you had of being a baker, or the dream that
Exactly.
you had of being in media, any of those
Mm-hmm.
things. You know, don't
Mm-hmm.
compare yourself and say, well, it's too saturated or no one's going to do it. That's the enemy getting in your mind,
Yeah.
stopping you from completing the work that you were purposed to do.
Yeah.
Because, like you said earlier, Toy, there's something that somebody else needs that only you can give them, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if I get on here and live would say, yeah, I want an amazing studio and I want all the
Mm-hmm.
things to be, but
Mm-hmm.
until I get there, this what y'all gonna get, because
Right.
it's somebody that needs to hear a story that
Yeah.
I was assigned to deliver the message to. It was only gonna get it through me.
Or
So
you know what? Someone's in the bed with their phone and they see you in your background and they're like, wow, she's really doing it. Where in your head you like, oh, I should have this studio, I should have this, I should, but you're giving someone that's literally eating popcorn, chips, whatever. Because I do that too. I ain't making fun of nobody. I eat in the bed too. So you eat and you scroll at the same time, like, dang, how does she's really doing it. And where it looked like something so simple to you, but it's real big to them because they can't even dream. They can't even they can't even visualize it. And they may have a voice where they can do what you do, but they can't see themselves in it.
mm-hmm.
So that's all that we're doing. We're healing through pain and trauma. We're not like no other music docu series. We're doing things to heal. That is our purpose, is to heal. Nothing scripted. We, of course, we lay out the story, but there's nothing scripted. We want to go off script actually, because that's when you get the real nitty gritty.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And that's what we need, nitty gritty. Bring
Yeah.
back the nitty gritty to
We
the,
need nitty gritty.
yeah, we need it. We definitely need it. It's good. It's good seasoning in life to get some of that
You
nitty
know,
gritty.
a little salt ain't hurt
The sausage.
nobody.
For sure, for sure. And so I love it without giving too much away, right? Because I don't
Mhm.
want you to, the people got to tap in.
Mhm.
What can we expect to see in upcoming documentaries? I guess I should say, without naming people, because this is top notch security. But what can we see in the coming years with this with the docu? I'm gonna give her a second. This is unfinished business docu series. What unfinished business do you have? Because you never know. So it just might be hitting y'all up. You don't know.
Well, I have partnered with the B group with actually Ashley McFarland, and we are now creating the docu series to Unfinished Business. We have a lineup of musicians that
Mhm.
we are going through, seeing who's more, not on the scale of known, but to be impactful, that doesn't mean you are winning in life in that career, but the story behind the person. So we're looking for those stories. We're looking for those that connect with the audience, and we're going on with the flow.
Mhm.
Sometimes when you're on this journey of purpose, you don't really know what you have a plan, but it's truly at the end of the day, it's God's plan.
That part.
So we're just going along with the flow. We're going along with it. He tells us what to do. He got the blueprint, and whoever we decide that, okay, this is it. This is our top six out of who
Mhm.
we chose. We know for a fact that these people, these musicians, are going to touch on different areas of the
Mhm.
audience. And we're all excited about it. It's impactful. It's purpose driven, and get ready to cry, get ready to heal, get ready to dream. The changing of the guard is happening.
Yes.
So we're all about positive stories, impactful stories, inspiring stories, but it all comes from the dirt. It all come you
Mm.
when you get left in the dirt, you come back with a garden. So that is our
Ooh.
purpose and our mission.
Ooh, it's that's a whole shirt about the garden. You know, I'm already over here thinking, child. I'm thinking, okay, we need to write that one down. I'm gonna run that one back. I'm gonna send it to you. I'm gonna send you that part of the clip so you don't forget.
Okay.
That's a, that's a good one. And so, Toy, you've been in this industry. You've done so much in the entertainment space, in the behind the scenes, creating amazing bodies of work. Where do you see yourself next, outside of course, this amazing series that you have? But what else do you have on your radar that we can be in support of?
I am in the process of, well, I have a slate of other projects other than unfinished business, but my mission is to create the next Wait Until Exhale.
Oh, mm, mm. I ain't even gonna say. I'm stay on after this. I got something to say. I ain't saying it on camera because I know. I don't want no problems. I don't want no problems. But I got that. That's gonna be. That's good. How is it to be a woman filmmaker in 2026? And I'm not even gonna say Black woman. I'm just gonna say
Yeah.
woman in general.
I think it's beautiful.
Mhm.
I mean, I'm sure, all of us, I always tell women, you either been through something, about to go through something, or don't know you in it. Okay. And if you don't know you in it, it's gonna hit you like a kaboom when you find out that you was in it. So you might as well keep your eyes open. But it's beautiful that we can actually tell our stories.
Mhm.
Um it like no other. We have Gina Prince. She does great stories.
Mhm.
Ava does great stories. Oprah, when she signs up to produce something, she got great. I mean, even Kiki Palmer.
Yeah.
I love what Miss Kiki Palmer is doing right now.
Yeah.
Issa Rae. We got all these
Yeah.
beautiful women. Shout out to Eva Lagoria. She's even producing and directing and creating stories from her
Yeah.
perspective.
Yeah.
Um, Positive stories. So I think it's a great time to be a woman filmmaker right now because I mean we should be president, to be honest with you.
That
You know
part.
what I'm saying?
That
We should be
part.
president.
But that's a whole nother look how I roll my eyes. It's just oh my
Exactly. Because we do run this, okay?
that part.
So yeah, it's a great time. I'm honored to be in this time. Yeah, it's just beautiful. I read a book about Mary Bethune the other day. It was a
Ooh.
nice novel, and to know all the great things that she did, and she was fearless, and it's amazing. So I think there's a lot of fearless filmmakers out here. We don't care what
Mhm.
you think. We just putting it on film, and that's
Yep.
that.
Yeah, because I think on film is history, right? Especially in this day and age. It's something that's
Yeah.
going to live on, it's going to play on and go
Yeah.
forward. And
Mhm.
we need to, as women,
Mhm.
tell our stories because women,
Mhm.
we run the world. Like it is
Yeah.
what it is.
Yeah. We
And
run
the
it.
fact
Yeah.
we run it. And so
Yeah.
that, I think that everyone, whether you're a creative, a content creator, whether you do short films, whether you do films,
Mhm.
use the technology and use your gift to tell the story.
Absolutely.
Because you don't know how you encourage other women, how
Mhm.
you help even men have a better
Mhm.
understanding of the plight of a woman. I think
Mhm.
that when women tell the story, they're able to tell it from a perspective that will help others understand the
Yeah.
complexity of different women. We're all so different, right?
Mhm.
And so I think back, shout out, Netflix is doing different worlds, right? And they're bringing
Mhm.
it back. And so I was
Mhm.
thinking to myself, I grew up in Iowa where there was not a lot of African American presence.
Mhm.
I didn't
Mhm.
have an HBCU in my city,
Mhm.
right? And so
Mhm.
I remember being able to sit and watch a different world and being able
Mhm.
to relate to them, to have parents that would take me on college tours and things like that. And then being
Mm.
able to see the HBCU experience. And so
Yeah.
I grew up in a day where the images on television were relatable to me because I could
Yeah.
understand the Cosbys. I could understand
Yeah.
Family Matters. Not
Mhm.
all of us, and no shade, not
Right.
all of us had a good times upbringing, right?
Right.
And
Right.
so I
Right.
love I miss being able
Mhm.
to turn on television or watch things that are so, it's not all the same narrative
Yes.
for our culture. And
Right.
so um, when we have our presence in the filmmaking space, it
Mm-hmm.
allows for our stories of people from all different walks of life to be
Mm-hmm.
put to the forefront, because there's somebody in a little small town that has
Mm-hmm.
never encountered an African American, and the only thing
Right.
they're going to get is what they see on television or what
Right.
they see on the screen. And so um, we owe it to our as creatives to
Yeah.
ensure that if that is the case, that they're seeing us in all of our different facets and
Right.
amazingness that we are as a
Right.
people. So I love it. So y'all better
Yeah.
support the
I-
movement.
I'm I'm glad you mentioned that because I did my freshman year, I attended Grambling State University,
What up?
and it was because I grew up off of A Different World.
Mm-hmm.
So, A Different World was very influential to my life. I'm so glad they're bringing it back. And that's why, I love everybody, every
Yeah.
race, but my heart lies with the people. And
Mm-hmm.
because I have to pay homage back to our people.
Yeah.
I think HBCU is a whole different field.
Experience. Mm-hmm.
I always said that I wanted our children to experience HBCU because those teachers, they were pastors, part time. So
They were
they will
second
prepare
parents to
you.
you when you were away from school, because you bet not cut the fool, honey, because they are going to take care of
Listen,
you.
and they will feed you on Sunday. They will feed
Yes.
you.
Yes. Yes.
So they prepared us for life. I
Mm-hmm.
remember having, I think it was an art class or music class. We didn't there have like we didn't know nothing about the subject. It was a pastor, our evangelist, and she was just it was life stories every week. I'm like, are we gonna draw? Like, what are we gonna do?
Can we get to it? But those are things that stuck with you as an adult, right?
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
so, I support HBCUs. I support, posts, going to some form of collegiate, or for those of you all that are not, everybody ain't meant to go to school, but go to
Right.
trade school, because there's amazing,
Mm-hmm.
amazing, professors and people that care. And shout out all
Right.
of the viewers that are in the education field, period, no matter what you do.
Yes.
So we
Yeah.
are support y'all, and thank you for helping the future, because Lord, I thought we was rough coming up, but these kids now, it's a whole different show for them.
Listen, I teach on the side, and
Ooh,
these are some different kids.
for sure.
And not
But
not in a bad way,
bad
but
way, right?
they're coming out like geniuses where it's like scary. Like,
Because think of
how did
all of
you?
the things that they have at their disposal. Like, I've
Yeah.
seen a 3-year-old fix my phone, like, give me this. And I'm
Yes.
like, how did you know that at 3? You know what I'm
Th-
saying?
That
So just
happened today. She had my phone and she was pressing the buttons like skip, skip. I'm like, how do you don't even know your AB? How do you know how to do this?
that part, that part. So we're definitely in a different season or different
Right.
chapter, right?
Mm-hmm.
But we definitely we just have to go forward with it and get with the
Right.
times, you know what I'm saying? And don't be
Mm-hmm.
afraid of the unknown and all of the things, right? So
Right.
remember, is you gotta finish that unfinished business. I'm gonna definitely
Yes.
tie it back to that, because they need to.
Yeah.
They need to. So, Toy, I told you before we got started on this that I had to have a little fun with this. So, I love unfinished business. I have committed to it's a movement. I'm going to be talking about it all the time, because I just
Okay.
love what you're doing with this. And
Thank
so,
you.
I'm going to give you some things, and I want you to
Okay.
tell me whether the business is finished or unfinished in your life. Okay.
Okay.
Now, if you
Okay.
want to elaborate on anything, you're more than welcome, but you don't have to plead the fifth. You know what I'm saying? You don't, you can.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. All right. So, finished or unfinished in Toy Mason's life? Playing small.
Oh, unfinished.
She said it quick. I knew it. Okay. Uh, telling more music stories, finished or unfinished?
Unfinished.
All right. Uh, taking unfinished business to another level, finished or unfinished?
Unfinished.
Okay. Ooh, your dream collaborations, have they been finished or unfinished?
Definitely unfinished.
Ooh, I want to know who you got to it in there.
All right.
Dream
Oh,
now, because we putting it up on the board. Who's your dream collaboration that you want to work with?
Missy Elliott. Uh-huh.
Missy. I can play the
Missy
Missy
Elliott.
Elliott story. They always say I look like Missy, so go ahead
Girl,
and
you
tell that story.
do. It looked
Yes,
like you should have been part of that crew.
yes,
Because they
I
all
should
had that
definitely.
VA look.
That part. Shout out my 804 family. They
Okay.
understand, but we they understand. I listen, I still say I'm gonna do it on Halloween. I'm gonna be like, I can't stand the rain. I'm gonna be all up in
Okay.
there. So there we go. So okay. Ooh, that would be such an amazing collaboration too.
Yes.
Because I feel like no one knows the story of her truthfully. And because I'm a Missy Elliott like fan, I follow everything, even when it was like a high. I'm like, where's Missy? Was she okay? What's going on? So
Yeah.
that's a good one. That's a real.
Yeah.
That's a good. That's
Mm-hmm.
another good one. But you know who
Mm-hmm.
else I think you could do? This is totally random. Y'all know I'm random. Queen Latifah.
Oh, she's such a beautiful person. I met her in radio, and Queen is a queen.
Yes.
Like if we had a queen, like that would be the her posture, her presence is just full of light. Like I don't
Mm-hmm.
see her not having any enemies because she's above it all.
Yes.
And it's rare you see people with the full package like that deep in the industry, because that this industry will tear people up and
spit them out.
but
And
yeah.
when you think of Queen Latifah, you just think like from you and I see, like just think of how far she's come.
Yeah.
Like it just amazes me. And so
Yeah.
Queen
Yeah.
Latifah, you are somebody who I definitely think doesn't get as much flowers as she deserves. And
Yeah.
I would love for her to own the beautiful story that is Dana Owens. So that's just my 2 cents.
Yeah. Thank
That's,
you.
that's my two
And I'm
cents.
going to be writing that down. Thanks to Tae. Yeah.
Remember when I told you I'll be in the background in the story of Queen Latifah on the background. Okay, the last. Okay, I got two more. So this next one, finished or unfinished? Toy Mason telling her own story on camera.
Unfinished.
I recorded that. What number? Let me put the time so I can send it when we get to that point. And then this one is a big one. So, what's one piece of unfinished business in your life that you absolutely plan to finish? So,
That I plan to finish.
mm-hmm.
I would say leaving a legacy for my children. Um, but that'll be unfinished. And I think we talked earlier how we're living in unfinished business because God
Mm-hmm.
created the heavens and the earth, but there's still things being, produced and recreated and created. So we're still living in an unfinished product of his creation. Um, I don't know. I would say to tell the stories that I'm supposed to tell completely. The stories that are given to me. I pray that all the stories I don't stop telling stories until, that's my limit. But it's
Mm-hmm.
to continue to tell stories. If Nikki Giovanni can write poem after poem and Maya Angelou had these poems that are still circulating today,
Yeah.
that's what I would like to see.
That's what you will see, Toy Mason. That is what you
Yes,
will
I
see.
receive it.
We received that. And
Receive
so
it.
anybody watching, again, we are speaking to the beautiful and talented producer, creator of Unfinished Business. And I need all of y'all to go to Tubi right now, run it up, watch the Unfinished Business
Yes.
Sunshine Anderson documentary. If you've seen it before, or for all of my people that work from home, y'all just put it on Tubi and just let it play repeatedly all day. You know what
Run
I'm saying?
it.
Just run it.
Yes.
That's what we're gonna do. We're
Yes.
just gonna just run it. We're just gonna run it up. And y'all know that Tae loves good music. And so of course it would only be right for me to remind you that Sunshine Anderson has a catalog of music. Go ahead and add her to your playlist today. If she's already on the playlist, get some more Sunshine Anderson in your life. But we definitely want to add and support her as she continues to give us music and tour. I know she's on tour probably right now. Y'all go ahead and check it out. And if you have the opportunity to meet her, say, you know what, Sunshine, thank you for doing Unfinished Business documentary, because it's gonna touch y'all. I guarantee that it is. So that's all I got. Oh, how could I not tell the people that are watching how they can keep up with all things Toy Mason? How can they do that?
Instagram, I am at paper toys with 3 S's, or unfinished_business 26 on Instagram.
All right. I need for all of you all, once you watch Unfinished Business, Sunshine Anderson documentary, I need y'all to go to her page. I need you all to leave a comment. I need you to inbox her, send her a message. Because a lot of times as a creative, you're always wondering, like, I wonder what people thought. Like, what was, how did it make them feel? All of the things. So we're going to go ahead and give that to Toy so that she can continue to do the movement, which is Unfinished Business. So there y'all have it, ladies and gentlemen. It is Live with Tae, real conversations with amazing people that you need to know. Like Toy Mason over here. Y'all go ahead and follow her. And again, check out Unfinished Business, the Sunshine Anderson documentary, streaming now on Tubi. And then until next time, y'all, this your girl Tae. I'm see y'all. All right, bye y'all.